Okay, well, what would happen if the Tigers don't make it to the World Series? What would happen if they don't make it? I mean, you just saw this past week the Astros destroyed the Dodgers. They swept them. They completely dominated the Dodgers. 18-1. 18-1 on the 4th of July. 5-1 today. With Otani out on the mound, they won 6-4. So there's a very strong narrative there for a potential Astros Dodgers rematch in the World Series. And in case if some of you guys know nothing about baseball, in a game seven, the Dodgers lost against the Astros. The Astros won the World Series, but it didn't come without an asterisk. There was a cheating scandal going on where the Astros were banging trash cans and they were tipping off these pitches and the Astro hitters knew what was coming from the opposing pitcher. So you know the biggest matchup that I could see for a potential Dodgers repeat is a win over the hated Astros. And there's no Alex Bregman and whatever. This team is acting like they didn't get rid of fucking Alex Bregman. What the hell is up with this? I swear to God, I hate that fucking team. I hate the Astros. That team better not make it to the championship series. Fuck the Astros. Fuck the Astros. Fuck them all. But after seeing how the Dodgers got trashed against the Astros, if you trash the Dodgers like the way the Astros did, you think you can beat anybody. You're going to head into any stadium and you think you can beat any team out there. You don't give a damn if they're New York Mets, Philadelphia Phillies. You don't care about the Tampa Bay Rays, what have you, the Toronto Blue Jays. You don't give a damn. If you completely trash and obliterate the Dodgers like that, you're going to think you can beat anybody. It really, really increases your confidence. There is a good narrative there for a Dodgers Astros revenge match with the Dodgers beating the Astros. Most of America would be rooting for the Dodgers anyways. If the Dodgers were to face off in the World Series against the Astros, I'd be rooting for the Dodgers. No doubt about it. Yeah, the only World Series that would make the hated Dodgers America's team is if they play against the most hated team in the history of baseball, the Houston cheating ass trash can Astros. But already seeing in the Detroit Tigers list of playoff appearances, they're at 61 wins. They're not going to play in the wild card round. So championship equals 68, and Tigers are going to get the 68 wins. But 68, their 68th playoff win to win a championship, to win a pennant. From 61 to 64, to win the division series, to get to the championship series, in the pennant series, get the 68 wins, win the championship, beat whoever is in the pennant series. If it's the Yankees, which is looking very bleak, they're not doing good at all. Clark Schmidt is out for the season because of Tommy John surgery on his ankle. There's no Garrett Cole. Luis Gill's not there till July. How is he going to have a kind of the same season as last year? It's looking bleak for that team this year. But as far as the Astros goes, you can't ignore that team because of how much confidence could be gained from beating the Dodgers the way they did. But it's something that you have to consider, at least you have to consider it, because it is a good narrative. I mean, people would hate seeing the Astros make it back to the World Series, but if it's Astros Dodgers, that could turn all of America against the Astros. Is it just a hot stretch of games, or is something really happening here in the month of June? But I feel great about the Tigers because when I look at their all-time playoff wins, they're at 61. They're not going to play in the wild card round, because they have the best record in the American League. So the Tigers are not going to play in the wild card round. So the Tigers are going to go from 61 wins to 64 to make it to the Pennant Series. If they win the Pennant Series, they enter the World Series with 68 wins and championship at 68. So it's never guaranteed. You're not promised anything, but I think that 68 coding with the Tigers is going to come through. And if we're talking about football, the Lions are at 67 wins without a championship. They could be at 68 wins without a championship. So overall, I still like the Detroit angle to make it to the World Series in the Super Bowl. But after what the Astros did to the Dodgers, you have to consider a potential Dodgers Astros World Series matchup. It's going to be one of the possibilities that could be in play for the MLB postseason. So again, that's the only thing that could turn America into rooting for the Dodgers. The only time America would root for the Dodgers is if they're playing the Yankees or they're playing the Astros. So that's got to be a possibility. Hopefully the Dodgers don't make it, but overall, we must proceed with caution. Although the Tigers are gonna make it to the World Series. Screwball's the best. I think Tigers dominated the Astros in the playoffs last year. They dominated them again. Didn't they sweep them in 3 games? Tigers dominated them. Tigers are a playoff nemesis for both the Astros and the Yankees. Yeah, I feel good about the Tigers, but you can't ignore kind of some of the narratives associated with a Astros Dodgers matchup. It's something we have to keep in the back of our heads, as we get to September and October.